What's up, St. Louis? I'm Eric Lutenegger, the founder of Tenacity and the host of Bourbon Friday, and I'm back to update you on more important dates and events coming up. First up, applications. TechWeek St. Louis is just around the corner. If you want to be part of the action, there are so many ways to get involved. You can partner or sponsor, apply to speak or host, volunteer to help at events, and of course, registration is open for all events. And guess what? Planning for St. Louis Startup Week has begun, and we are looking for people to join the organizing committee, and you can apply to be part of it. The application deadline has been extended and positions will remain open until filled. On May 9th, applications are due for MIT Solves Global Challenges. They are seeking social entrepreneurs to use technology to solve today's most pressing problems. Those selected will join a 9-month support program and receive access to over $1 million in funding, grants, and investments. And very quickly, on May 10th, Techstars applications are due for Future Finance, Austin, Berlin, London, New Orleans, Sustainability Paris, Toronto, and Alabama EnergyTech. On May 12th, from St. Louis Inno, nominations are due for Startup Exit Awards, for Startup Exits, and a Lifetime Achievement Award. Also due are nominations for the Fire Awards, which honor companies and organizations setting the local innovation economy ablaze. Last thing I want to mention is that my company Tenacity has launched SwingSpan, a digital divide program that provides free WordPress speed optimizations for nonprofits. So if you're part of a nonprofit or know someone who is and they use WordPress for their website, go apply at swingspan.app. That's swingspan.app. And it's not an update video without events. We're going to bring you 27 from the best in St. Louis, as well as virtual opportunities from around the globe. But before we do, why don't you hit that like and subscribe? On April 17th and 18th, check out the Midwest Digital Media Conference. This event is guaranteed to fuel your 2023 marketing campaigns and beyond. Day 1 will include deep dive workshops, while day 2 will consist of featured keynote speakers and over 20 breakout sessions led by industry experts in digital marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, data and analytics, and more. Also on April 17th through the 19th, it's the ASU+GSV Summit. This event connects leading minds around digital learning and workforce skills to ensure a new era where all people have equal access to the future. On April 17th, join Hiring Your First Employees as a Startup Founder from the Founder Institute. You'll learn strategies from experts Abby Goldstein and Adam Gellert, both experienced in tech recruitment. Topics include hiring order, talent sourcing, culture fit, and legal employment frameworks. On April 18th and 19th, check out the NSF SBIR interactive workshop from Missouri SBDC. This day-and-a-half event guides technology startups and businesses on applying for NSF SBIR grants and STTR funding for R&D. This hands-on course focuses on preparing competitive NSF Phase 1 submissions by addressing customer problem solving, market research, project team composition, technical approach, and budget considerations. On April 18th, it's Demystifying Raising Capital from Angels with Angel Capital Association from Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. Here, attendees will gain insights into the benefits and challenges of angel investing, how angels make decisions, and factors to consider when deciding if it suits their business. Also on the 18th, join 5 ways to use social media to build brand reputation as an expert for marketing profs. Here you'll learn how to harness your social media channels to strengthen your brand, proven ways to showcase your brand's unique expertise, and get tips for connecting with clients through social. Also on Tuesday, check out Olin's Spring Entrepreneurial Awards night from Olin Business School. This will be a night of celebration as they will announce the winners of the Hatchery Olin Cup and the winners of Olin's Big Idea Bounce competition. Finally that day, it's MedLaunch Demo Day 2023 from SLU Chaffetz Center for Entrepreneurship. This event features 5 student teams presenting their medical innovation projects to faculty, students, staff, and investors. These projects span surgical devices, health IT, and medical diagnostics. The event includes poster presentations, a guest speaker, and final pitches, culminating in the Tom Dooley Award announcement. Then kick off the morning on Wednesday with 1 Million Cup St. Louis. This event is for local entrepreneurs to meet and present their startup to the innovation community here in St. Louis. Also on Wednesday morning, you can join Mastering Innovation, disrupt the standard model, and transform your company from Social Media Club St. Louis. At this interactive event, learn from experts Dan Roos and Chris Copeland how to activate innovation within yourself and organization, and discover the keys to identifying opportunities, building a culture of creativity, and developing disruptive strategies for business transformation. Also on April 19th, check out Financing Your Small Business from St. Louis County Library, who you'll discover financing options to start, grow, and succeed with your small business. This webinar will familiarize you with SBA loan programs, requirements, and what constitutes a successful small business loan application. Also on the 19th, it's Small Business Certifications for Federal, State, and Local Government Contracts from Missouri Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. This virtual seminar discusses small business certifications for federal, state, and local government contracts, which set aside a percentage of spending for small women and minority-owned businesses. These programs aim to help businesses access the $500 billion government market. Also Wednesday, join Leading and Communicating with Style from Enterprise University, who you'll learn how to modify your behavior based on others' work styles, create best practices to achieve desired outcomes from meetings, and develop a toolkit to improve the effectiveness of everyone you attend meetings with. Finally, on Wednesday evening, check out Geosource Unleash Maps to Metaverse at T-Rex. This event will build on the concepts explored in this year's GeoInt Symposium and will feature a panel including experts from NVIDIA, LP3, Purina, and Deloitte. Now buckle up because Thursday is nuts. On April 20th, it's the Corporate Philanthropy Awards from St. Louis Business Journal. Corporate giving is one of the qualities that makes St. Louis unique. At this year's Corporate Philanthropy Awards, they'll highlight the companies and individuals making corporate giving shine. There will also be a special panel discussion of the Innovation in Philanthropy honorees. Also on the 20th, join Bridging the Startup Funding Gap for Women and Underrepresented Minorities from WashU Olin Brookings Commission. This event addresses the imbalance in startup funding for women and underrepresented minorities. It will present policy recommendations for venture capital, founders, and government policymakers. Also on Thursday, check out AMA St. Louis Luncheon, Sketch Your Thinking. This event focuses on enhancing the marketing design process through creative drawing. Attendees will participate in an interactive session led by Manuel Herrera, a renowned education consultant, speaker, and illustrator. Also that day, it's Conversation, Personalization, and Humanization, How Our Marketing Must Change in 2023 from On24 and Marketing Props. Here you'll learn to create engaging, personalized, and humanized experiences by shifting to active content, focusing on audience voice, and embracing conversational marketing and scaling personalization. Also on the 20th, join Creating Webinar Experiences that Increase ROI as part of a content strategy from AMA and Jugo. The key takeaways from this event are how to build a winning content marketing strategy, how webinars are key to inbound marketing, and how to create impactful webinars. Also on the 20th, it's ChatGPT and Generative AI panel from Insider Intelligence. At this event, you'll gain insights into the remarkable influence of ChatGPT and generative AI across sectors, the journey to widespread adoption of generative AI, and strategies for leveraging ChatGPT to boost productivity and achieve goals. Also on Thursday, check out She Can Connect Networking Meetup. She Can Connect is a growing community of female leaders, entrepreneurs, side hustlers, and creatives. If you are a woman of faith seeking growth strategy, resources, and inspiration by combining spiritual and professional development, this is an event for you. Also that day, join the Collider event, Preparing to Do Business with the Department of Defense from the GeoInt Hub at T-Rex. The NGA and TEC are hosting an event to help small businesses prepare for federal government contracts in geospatial intelligence. Attendees will learn about federal programs, resources, and opportunities. understand the role of small business in supporting the NGA and DoD, and receive guidance on pursuing contracts and grants. Also on the 20th, it's the Washington University Innovation and Entrepreneurship Awards from Scandalera Center. Come celebrate the Spring 2023 Global Impact Awards and Scandalera's venture competition participants with up to $75,000 in funding awarded. While congratulating the awardees, you'll enjoy drinks and hors d'oeuvres and mingle with students, faculty, staff, and friends. And it's Thursday, so of course, Venture Cafe. The theme for that evening is corporate and community partnerships. Highlights include community connections, how to communicate with clarity, as well as office hours to get tips to build relationships on social media. Then it's Friday, and it's not Friday without Bourbon Friday, and you can join us at Tech Artista Downtown for our weekly social gathering celebrating the St. Louis startup scene. Stop by for 3 minutes or 3 hours for more great drinks and better conversations. Also on Friday night, you can check out the AIG St. Louis Design Show 26. Over the last 25 years, this has been the premier showcase for local creatives and agencies to share their exceptional work. So come celebrate the pieces selected for this year's show with friends and colleagues from around St. Louis. Then on April 22nd and 23rd, don't miss the Earth Day Festival in Forest Park. Whether you are coming for the food, the music, the activities, or just the people watching, this event promises to leave you a little more inspired about real progress to preserve our planet and a little more connected to those on the front lines. Finally, remember, STL Tech Week is just around the corner. Running from April 24th through the 28th, this promises to be one of the year's biggest happenings. With more than 40 individual events, there is something for everyone. And guess what? We're hosting the closing celebration. So go RSVP for all of the great programming. We will be releasing some new content on YouTube in the next couple weeks, but in the meantime, we post content on TikTok as well, so if you're on there, hit that subscribe. And remember, Bourbon Friday is now a meetup, so we hope you join us there. Finally, if you have an event or important date coming up, please email us at events@bourbonfriday.show. Thanks. Have a great week. I'll see you at some events.
To stay up to date, follow us on social. We are at Bourbon Fridays on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. See you next time.